You can be whatever you believe. Strive and you shall achieve. This is JFK's way. Thank you guys for tuning in. You know what this is, man. This is JFK's way. I'm JFK. Thank you guys for watching. You guys see the title, man. Y'all can read, right? Y'all see the title. So y'all know what this is about. You know what we're doing. We actually here tonight to talk about my man, Spider-Man. Now, if you guys follow Jamie Foxx, I actually grew up off of Jamie Foxx, so I love his stuff. But he actually has been putting in the caption chasing spiders. So with that in mind, you gotta wonder, what does he mean, chasing spiders? But anyway, I'm not gonna give you guys too many spoilers. I promise I'm not gonna ruin the movie for you guys if you have not seen it yet. What I'm gonna tell you is, go see it. Definitely go see it. So shouts out to the guys that I actually went with. One of my close friends, his brother actually went to sleep watching the movie at first. So first and foremost, it's not a bad movie. So when I say that he went to sleep, if he's watching this, he knows exactly what I mean. But when I say that, don't get it twisted. It's just, I'll let you guys know it does kind of drag a little bit at the beginning. But once you get past, once you get over that hump and kind of somewhat towards midway to the end of the beginning of the film, because there's definitely segments of the film. You have the beginning, the intro, the middle, usually the climax, the high and rise, and then you have like the finale, like the big, whatever the eventful part is, the final fight, the final, whatever at the end of the film. So yeah, the middle to the end of the beginning segment was it's when it kind of got a little live. It started getting a little live. What I will say is you see a lot of magic implementations in this. One that we actually have not seen too much in Spider. I don't think we see that much magic go on in Spider-Man films like at all. So when I say magic implementation, what does that mean? Is they're implementing a lot of magic in this. So like I said, it's definitely a sight for sore eyes. You get it. You got a lot to follow. And shouts out to my man with these seats, because of where we were sitting at, I was kind of like, I was in a maze myself. I was in like the second or third row in the front, and I'm looking like, you know what I mean? I didn't have like the whole screen, like I'm just looking directly at it. But we had fair okay seats. We got to see it. So shouts out to them guys for going. It was like we had a good time, man. You know what I mean? It was not bad. To all my symbiotic members, if you are a symbiote person, you love the Venom, you love Carnage, you love Anti-Venom, you love corny ass Flash, Agent Venom, whatever you love, if you're into symbiotic stuff at all, you love Spawn. If you're into anything symbiotic, you do want to watch this film for sure. I'm not going to give away too much, like I said. And also, even with that, I was kind of surprised there's not one, but there's two end credit scenes. So you guys definitely want to watch those as well. And speaking of those, you see a lot of Doctor Strange in this movie, man. You see, like I said, it's a lot of magic going on. And you're watching, and at first I'm like, this isn't right. This guy's not Doctor Strange. So I'm not going to tell you if it's Doctor Strange, but that's my mind immediately thought he's not talking to Doctor Strange. You know what I mean? Just because of how it went. But the movie is good, definitely visual. It'll definitely have your eyes open. And then if you guys watched any of the trailers, you see certain parts when the guy's like, "You're not Peter Parker." Like, they're seeing Pete and they're like, "Wait, you're not Peter." So definitely give it a watch. Worth watching. It had me. There was moments, I was like, man, I'm kind of like, it's definitely a lot. If you're reading, it's a lot of caption. As some would say, it's a lot of dialogue. Like I said, certain parts it does drag, but it's kind of a fairly long movie. I believe it's over 2 hours long. From what I was told, I believe it was over 2 hours long. We sat through it though. We got through it. Certain parts, like I said, it was good. I'm not going to throw too much shade on it. After the film, after our discussion, we were actually saying, someone told us that like, yo, they gave it 100%. Like, what? They gave it 100%. Like everybody says the movie's great. It definitely has some moments where I was like, damn. Some things I'm glad to see. I'm real glad to see that go on in the movie. So, but yeah, man, if you are a fan, and even if you're not a fan, this might drag you into it. If you just watch some of the movies, this should be one of those some that you watch. It was a fun film. Like I said, I was happy to see certain parts go on. Certain villains, and actually right here, like I said, when speaking about my man Pete tonight, you actually do see Electro, who you see here. He's usually depicted in comics as a white guy. Sometimes it's kind of Spanish, but so he's in it. Dr. Octopus, of course, you see these characters throughout the trailers. Dr. Octopus is in it. My man Sandman is in it, and the Lizard is in it. So actually, you got this whole corner right here. Yeah, nobody on this side was actually even in it at all. Nobody on this side. But yeah, you got this whole corner right here, actually, except the Hydro Man. This is Hydro Man. You guys see his hands are water. Hydro Man is not in this movie. As opposed to Hydro Man, we have Green Goblin. I was glad to see him. He actually did exactly what he was supposed to do. He was terrorizing shit. He was blowing shit up. So it was definitely he was the highlight villain for sure for me. And I love Jamie Foxx. Like I said, I grew up off of Jamie Foxx from singing. You know, when albums were put out on tapes, his first tape was called Peep This. I was a kid when that came out, so I loved that. I grew up watching him in shows, of course. You know, I love this show, seeing him in movies, you know. And I love Jamie Foxx, man. I'm a Jamie Foxx fan, honestly. So seeing him in it was great. And his parts were pretty good, you know, here and there. He did not disappoint. But he was highlighted in a lot of points, in a lot of key points in the film as like the big bad main villain. But Green Goblin comes in, and when he comes in, he damn sure steals the show. So shouts out to those guys, man. They did a great job. They did a real great job. Like I said, I can't really complain too much about it. But you guys see behind me, man, I got a poster. This is just one of the many posters of a long list of Spider-Man villains. So they could go any direction with any of these characters. We actually see Rhino in previous Spider-Man movies. The Amazing Spider-Man, we see him in. You don't see actually anybody else in here. You see Vulture actually in the first, in the new Spider-Man. The guy that's playing the new Spider-Man, you see him in the first one, which is actually not bad. Spider-Man Homecoming, we see this villain right here, which is the Vulture. We don't see anybody else actually over here in this cast. But there's a long list of villains that they could use. So high hopes. Me and my friend Mark was talking about, like, we're definitely gonna see Venom in the next one. At least I feel like we're going to. And like I said, it's not really too much to give away, because it wasn't much to go off of. But it's just my hunch. So what do you guys think? If you guys have seen the movie, definitely comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the movie. If you have not seen that movie, go check it out. Whenever you get a chance, definitely check it out. You can take a day off work, get off of work early. You don't got nothing to do that night. Definitely go. I know one of my Symbiote Elite members, my man Matt, Mr. Gold Label himself. He's a true champion of collecting comics, man. He said that he went, and I believe he was at an AMC theater, and like the file they had was corrupted or something, so they couldn't see the movie. So he took his kids, and I'm super sorry to hear that, man. But I promise you guys, it is worth the wait. It's not bad, and it's crazy because even throughout the images and the trailers and we really don't see a lot of stuff that actually does go on in the film. So they kind of kept it under wraps pretty good. But I'm glad to see a lot of the guys I wanted to see came back. You know, some familiar faces, some great scenes, some great CGI, some great moments. So is it my favorite? That's dicey. That's definitely tough to say. As far as Spider-Man films, it's up in the air. It really is. It will be a thin line on between if it is one of my favorites. Again, there was a little bit more I wanted to see, but I wasn't let down from what I did see. Let me say that. So without me giving away too much, without me saying too much about it, thank you guys for tuning in. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, man, what you doing? It's free. It don't cost nothing. Hit that subscribe, man. Get familiar with me. I am a comic book collector. You guys see I really do this. You know what I mean? This is just one of the many Spider-Man books that's in my household, and the many of about 30-something boxes of comics. So, but yes, get in tune with me, man. I show you guys books. I do videos every single week. Sometimes I'm showing you guys some cool fitted hats. Sometimes I'm just showing you guys books. But definitely let me know, like I said, what you guys personally think about the film. If you liked it, if you haven't seen it, and you're anticipating it, let me know. If you've seen it and you haven't been, you know, too surprised about what went on, let me know in the comments below, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. And hey, peace and love, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
I'm the flyest to ever walk in here. You might be listening, wondering.